Hello guys, this is Slayer1906 here with Meathead Gamers, and I'm going to show you my dual claw shadow. Currently I actually don't have dual claws on because I have no second claw that's even close to this axe right now at my level. So this is actually my main hand claw. It gives 15 life gained on each hit, which is incredibly good whenever it's paired with double strike because the insane attack speed and the amount of monsters you're going to hit with it. That coupled with melee splash, faster attacks, and blind for a little bit of defense are an incredibly amazing combo, actually. Currently, I'm using double strike instead of dual strike, and the reason being is that double strike is actually able to proc blind more frequently, and coupled that with the you're hitting more monsters because you're attacking faster, so you're getting more life back. Later, whenever I get two claws that are just going to give percents of my physical damage back, I'm definitely going to change it up and probably use dual strike because of the added DPS. But other than that, I'm still leveling up dual strike right here. I have that coupled with added cold, which is just a gem I found early. This is actually my first guy still in Dominion, so I don't have like all the gems, so I can't really optimize my build quite yet. So, and then I have melee physical damage. I'm leveling up melee damage at full life, flicker strike paired with item rarity, just leveling that up. Blood rage, which is a must actually. It's not really necessary for like average farming, but it's completely necessary whenever you're fighting mages. It's not going to be shown in this video, but you need the frenzy charges to stack up just so you have no cooldown on your flicker strike. It'll allow you to close range in between mages and burst them down with your double strike, which is going to be your single target DPS. And then you can burst them down with that and dodge their actual like mage like attacks by using the flicker strike. I have Enfeeble up here, which is an amazing curse if you're going to go one-on-one with the guy. It's paired with Reeve. I don't really know why I still have that on there. I just have the gem slot. Additional accuracy, I'm leveling that up. Don't really know why. Grace, which is amazing if you're going against melee. So, on your gear, you're going to want to stack life. You can see this is a good ring if you're going for cold resist and max life. This is a resistance ring as well. This amulet's just giving me attributes. I really haven't found any decent amulets. This gear is completely self-found so far, so it's definitely not even close to being optimized. This is my helmet, which is 68 to life, which is the reason I'm stacking life, just so you don't get one shot, and it gives you more of a buffer for your life leech, because there might be a delay in between the time that you're taking DPS and by the time you can flicker strike there and start attacking them, so you need a pretty big buffer. These boots give good life and chaos resist. Same with this gives chaos resistance as well. You need the chaos resistance just to help buffer the amount of DPS that Blood Rage is actually going to do against you, especially whenever you're merciless. It kind of stacks up. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but I do believe that chaos resistance actually does buffer against the max life lost as chaos damage. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if anyone can alert me about whether or not I'm doing it wrong. Chaos resistance is necessary anyway, so you're definitely going to need it. And into the skill tree. Alright, now the path I took is I just went down here, got a lot of physical damage and attack speed. It's basically necessary. And then I immediately went up into this tree here and got some life and mana regeneration as well as crit. I took basically this same route that I'm following with my mouse here. So you're going to go into like all dual wielding, and then once you get here, this is where it appears that you might go up and go straight for the physical damage leech as mana. I didn't, because I actually believe that the frenzy charge and then these two nodes right here, the plus strength and plus int, are required for your gear as well as your skill gems. So I just went down into this tree. I immediately went for the doubles the chance to evade projectile attacks. There's no downside to getting this node. It's not too far. You have to get to this, so it's just 3 farther for twice the chance to avoid projectiles, which is basically necessary. And then I immediately got these 3 as well, and I went up into here and got the most important node in this entire build. This is actually the reason that you make a double claw build. This node here. This is 6% physical damage with claws, 2% attack speed. You guys can read. This is the 4% physical damage leached with claws as physical damage dealt with claws leached as life. That's the reason you have this build, is because there's actually 3 of those, which stacks to 12% of your physical damage is going to be leached as life, as well as your attack speed is going to be increased. So you go into here, you get another frenzy charge, which are necessary just so you can use your flicker strike a lot and increase your attack speed, which when coupled with your claws life leech on hit, which actually you're gonna get these claws a lot probably until like later in the game, where it's just life gained on hit, and like it's not actually a percentile, like a percentage on your claw yet. The next claws I get are going to be a percentage. So, and then I went through this node, got more physical damage and attack speed, as well as a chance to block. And then about whenever I got to here, and then I did thick skin. But whenever I got those, my last couple levels, I'm level 58 I believe right now. So my last couple levels, I went and finally got the Mind Drinker perk. And I might have done this a little bit earlier, because with that coupled with all the physical damage nodes that you get below, you are completely mana independent, which is nice. I actually don't even really need these flasks anymore. I mean, the hybrid's not too bad, but yeah. So get those, and your build is basically complete. Once you get to level 58, which is where I'm at, I'm not really sure where to take it from here. I'm actually going to save up my skill points from here on after until I get to maps. And from there, I'm going to determine whether or not I need more life, or if I can get away with... that's a small amount of life, actually, I guess, for this level. But whether or not I need more life for maps. Because your actual HP regen with this build is absolutely insane. Actually, I'll go demonstrate that. I think yeah, my TP closed, but we'll go to Crossroads. So I'm only 1 level ahead right now of all these monster levels. So currently, I'm not even going to use Enfeeble or Blood Rage, just to show you how overpowered this is. So that's just basic attack. That's double strike, and if you can group them up, you get a ton of life leech. Never really worried whenever actually they're in a big group. And then once it's just single target, even against bosses, just cast Enfeeble on them and basically you're fine. So I normally double strike whenever I attack bosses, and until I change my claw for it to be a percentage, currently double strike's actually better for life leech against single target, but it currently costs more mana. Also, another reason, I forget if I mentioned it earlier, but the reason I use double strike right now with melee splash is because the increased attack speed from it procs blind a lot more, and blind is an incredibly overpowered spell whenever you stack evasion. The actual chance that you get hit by like any like melee physical damage or any melee really at all. Here we actually have a little boss here. I'll just show you how potent. Like, look at that. It's incredible, really. It's just incredible. But you can see mana basically regenerates just as fast as it's lost. Level it up clarity. Grab that. Don't even know why. But yeah, build works really well. I'll give you guys an update whenever I get to maps and even farther in the game. Currently, this is Merciless in Act 2, and I basically have crappy gear up till now. For the most part, 5 or 6 sockets are definitely going to help. Get a melee physical damage and put it in there, as well as melee damage on full life, which you're completely fine getting. I think it's a lot lower level than that. But yeah, you're generally at full life whenever you're attacking someone. You know, just like watch. See, this entire fight I was at full life, so that gem would have been incredibly useful. But I just got it, so it's actually not as helpful as of yet. But you generally, ooh, a chaos orb. You're generally better off just using that. Grace is an incredibly overpowered ability, and this has been Slayer1906 here with Meathead Gamers. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry that last segment ended so abruptly. My roommate came in, so I had to cut the video and edit this part in. But I'll just finish it off where I left off. Grace, it's going to be really helpful because that additional evasion rating is going to allow you to stay at max life. And that coupled with the melee damage on full life, once I get it leveled up, it'll increase melee physical damage a lot more than the actual melee physical damage gem. So I can bring that in. Hopefully I can get a 5-socket item. I think a 5-socket item is a lot better to shoot for than a 6-socket, just because of the rarity of 6-socket. So, but yeah, bring that into this actual like little chain of faster attacks, melee splash, double strike, and blind. That would increase DPS by a lot more. The reason I would do a melee physical damage instead of, like, say, a chaos damage, or like I know I have added cold damage here, is just because that is going to increase the actual amount of life leech, because that's what this build's based around. It's life leech based on physical damage dealt. Cold and lightning and fire, chaos are not factored in any way, shape, or form. So that's something to consider whenever you're getting your gear. So that actually being said, I want to get the Facebreaker Gaunts and get that equipped with plus physical damage gems, which hopefully work in conjunction with the actual amount of HP leached based on physical damage. Any other legendaries that you guys can think of that I should probably go out and get for this build, please comment below. I haven't really done any like looking around yet. I know there's one claw that I'm looking for, but yeah, that's about it. So I'll let you guys know once I get to maps and end game, like even farther into the end game, how the build's going, any problems, and the way I took my skill tree. So yeah, that's been Slayer1906 with Meathead Gamers. Please like the video, subscribe. It really helps, guys. Hope to play with everyone in the future. All my viewers, hopefully we can get you into the guild. There should be no problem since I'm the guild leader. And yeah, alright guys. Thanks for watching the video.